As we checked, we use will to talk about future activities or plans that we are not sure to do. It's probably that happen. With will, we can talk about everything to do in the future, like the next case of Luisito Comunica. He has some plans of his future. Read and listen his plans in the next Luisito Comunica plans. Pay attention in the list. Luisito Comunica plans. Luisito Comunica is a YouTuber. In a conversation, Luisito Comunica told me that he will work in Google the next year. Also, he will live in London for 3 years. About the food, he told me that he will eat sushi in Japan in a famous restaurant. In YouTube, he will do videos about food, especially when he will travel to France. For this travel to France, he won't buy a camera, he has one. And for his clothes, he won't wear a new shirt because he has one. And in this travel, he won't rent a new house in France. Now read again and extract the 7 future plans of Luisito Comunica plans. You have 2 minutes. Ready? It's time to check the answers. Copy the correct answers. Ready? Now we are going to check the future plans of Luisito Comunica. In your notebook, copy the next square and collocate the positive sentences in the positive section and collocate the negative sentences in the negative section. You have 3 minutes for this activity. Ready? It's time to check the answers. Copy the correct answers. In these plans, we found the form to difference the positives from the negatives, checking the use of will and the use of want. In your notebook, take some notes from the next information. When we use will, we are saying that something can happen. When we use want, we are saying that something probably can happen. In your notebook, copy and order correctly the next sentences about Luisito Comunica and complete with the positive form of future. You have 2 minutes. Ready? It's time to check the answers. Copy the correct answers. Are you ready? Now, in your notebook, copy and order correctly the next sentences about Luisito Comunica and complete with the negative form of future. You have 2 minutes. Ready? It's time to check the answers. Copy the correct answers. Now, in your notebook, take some notes about the next information. In the positive form of forecast, we use will after the subject. Example: Luisito comunica will. After of will, we use verbs in base form, no past form or participle form. We only use base form. Example: Luisito comunica will eat. Correct. Luisito comunica will eat. Incorrect. In the negative form of forecast, we use won't after the subject. Example: Luisito comunica won't. After of won't, also we use verbs in base form, no past form or participle form. We only use base form. Example: Luisito comunica won't do. Correct. Luisito comunica won't did. Incorrect. Now it's time to check forecasts with the use of going to. The use of going to is to talk about future plans, but about plans that we are sure about them, not our probabilities. Like the case of the future plans of Iron Man. He has some plans for his future. Read and listen his plans in the next Iron Man plans. Pay attention in the reading. Iron Man and his future. Iron Man is a superhero and he has super plans for his future. For example, he is going to work with Avengers and then he is going to live in New York. Iron Man is going to eat tacos in Mexico after work. When he returns to New York, he is going to do exercise, but then he is going to travel to England with other superheroes. But Iron Man is not going to buy a new car because he's in other things. Also, he's not going to make a new suit and he's not going to have a new pet. Now read again and extract the 8 future plans of Iron Man. You have 2 minutes. Ready? It's time to check the answers. Copy the correct answers. In your notebook, take some notes about the difference between will and going to. When we use a forecast with going to, we talk about future events and actions that has evidence to happen. In these plans, we found the form to difference the positives from negatives with the use of going to and the use of not going to. We continue in the next part.